for it being such as there's a way, as I said, you see, for dialogue, there has to be etiquette. Etiquette is very important. And lack of etiquette robs dialogue of all its value because it degenerates into abuse. What actually transpires in this kind of sermonizing is not conversation. This is some kind of the dicta of a person assuming that he's got the right to speak and what he speaks alone is right. This approach is completely wrong.
Context that the law minister was trying to give in here, and how do you see the views of Union Law Minister?
So I think the law minister is back to what he was saying a few weeks ago. He's questioning the collegium system, and he's been doing that quite often. The other thing which he talked about was delays and how lawyers and judges are adding to delays. Now, I would have expected a comment from a person who has practiced law, who has worked within the system. If somebody's practiced within the law, worked within the system, any advice, any criticism, or any suggestions are welcome. But unfortunately, we have a law minister, though qualified in the law, has never practiced as a lawyer. So if you don't have that fundamental understanding of how courts work and the pressures on courts and the systems and the fact that judges are not cleared, names are not cleared by the courts, that in judicial infrastructure is not being added, then it leads to a situation that the comments are not based in fact, reality, or an understanding of the system.
Shifting focus now to India's COVID-19 fight back. Amid a global surge in COVID-19 cases, India is gearing up to prevent another wave. Keeping the prevention of spread of the virus in mind, all states today conducted mock drills at COVID-dedicated hospitals. The main motive of the mock drills was to ensure the readiness of the nation's health infrastructure, including the availability of hospital beds and medical oxygen and several more infrastructural needs. Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia personally oversaw these mock drills at the Safdarjung Hospital here in the national capital.
Part of the nationwide mock drill, the same has to be conducted in the Noida district as well, and the health minister of the state, Mr. Brijesh Pathak, he has already issued the guidelines. He has directed the CMOs of different districts that how at about close to 12 p.m. the same has to be conducted in a calibrated manner. And they are also going to check the medical equipments as well. They are going to take stock of the medicines, the drug store as well. At the same time, they are going to check the number of vehicles available during the time of the emergency, be it ambulances, also the ventilators, oximeters. So everything which is utilized or which could be a part of the mock drill is going to be tested today as a part of the nationwide mock drill that needs to be conducted.
Namaste, Jai Hind, and welcome to this edition of The Viewpoint. I'm Anand Narasimhan. Cut money and corruption rear their ugly head yet again in Bengal, where after toilets, Ayushman Bharat, ration cards and Manrega, it is yet another central scheme, the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, that is at the center of a massive scam. After freezing funds back in December 2021, citing irregularities, the centre approved in November 2022 13,000 crore rupees for the completion of the targeted 34.88 lakh plus homes with a 2026 deadline. But here's what's surfaced. Nearly one-third of the total list of beneficiaries is furji or fake. Yes, 17 lakh backdoor entries have been deleted after verification. The cut money syndrome is rampant pan Bengal. Legitimate beneficiaries are up in arms after being denied their due. There are instances where there are people clearly coming out and saying that Trinamool Congress members came and asked for cut money for their name to be included in the list. More importantly, details of those who raised their voice being threatened into silence are also surfacing. Have a look at this detailed ground investigation by Kamalika.
In East Mednipur, we found several people who made it to the list of beneficiaries of the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. But here's the twist. They currently live in big, lavish houses, but are also in the running for a scheme providing homes to the rural poor.
You can see behind me a palatial house, a very big bungalow. This is located in East Medinipur of Bengal. But this house, the owner of this house, according to the list, has also got an registration in Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Now that is the big issue before panchayat election for both the side.
Shubhra Santra's name was there in the list but has now been deleted.
আমার মানে শ্বশুরের 3 ছেলে আমাকে এবারে আলাদা ভাই এখানে বড় ভাই আর মেজো ভাই থাকে আমাকে আলাদা করে দিয়েছে আমাকে এই জায়গাটা দিয়েছে এখন তারা এখানে রান্না করে খায় আমাকেও এই জায়গাটা দিয়েছে এবারে এইজন্য আমি করেছিলাম বাড়ি করব বলে আলাদাভাবে এইজন্য প্রধানমন্ত্রী আবাস যোজনা একটাই করেছিলাম
It was a similar picture at the Das residence.
In Haldia, this is another house behind me, as you can see, the house of Ratan Chandra Das, who's one of the brothers stay here. His name, what we are getting it from these sources here, local people are saying this is the original house. He has another house in somewhere else in East Medinipur, but his name was there in Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana.
আমি ঠিক জানি না তো বলতে পারবো না এবার জিজ্ঞেস করতে হবে আমার রতন চন্দ্র দাস যে আমার দাদা হয় জিজ্ঞেস করতে হবে
এখন যা ব্যবসার অবস্থা মানে মিষ্টি দোকান কি মানে ওই পয়সাতে খাওয়ার মতো হবে না এখন যা ব্যবসার পরিস্থিতি হ্যাঁ যদি ঘর না থাকে তার থাকার মতো জায়গা করতে হবে
Those who are eligible for the scheme say they are missing out due to politics. Protests broke out in West Medinipur and Kuch Bihar after anger over alleged corruption in the beneficiary list. With panchayat polls coming up, the issue has become the latest flashpoint between the TMC and the BJP.
We are with the people of Bengal. We are with the poorest of the poor in Bengal who deserve to be given funds to build their homes and not to people who owe their allegiance to the TMC. We are also going to challenge the matter in the court.
Thorough inspection is taking place at the panchayat level, and as you know by now, already 17 lakhs names have been deleted. Our government is absolutely dedicated, and that's why thorough investigation is taking place.
We are standing in East Medinipur. Here, the percentage of deletion of names from Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana till now is more than 35%. This is the scene in other districts. On an average, 10 to 15% deletion is common. TMC government is trying to show that they are cleaning up the system. On the other hand, BJP will make this as an issue in panchayat polls. But who will really get the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, that is to be seen, and in overall how much deletion takes place, that is also to be seen. This is Kamalika Sengupta with Anshuman reporting from Haldia for CNN News 18.
So those who have their houses, they are still part of this list. What is the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana actually supposed to be? It is supposed to give a roof on the head of those who did not have one or who do not have one, and the government is helping them get a roof on their head, get some respect. So out along with roti and kapda, the makan aspect, that's what was the dream or the thought process behind the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. So there are clearly those on ground who deserve to be on that list but are not. Listen to what they have to say.
ঘরের জন্য আমরা গরিব মানুষ সাধারণ মানুষ একটা ঘরের মধ্যে 4 জন লোক থাকি তাহলে আমরা পাবো না বড় লোকরা পাবো আমরা সরে যাব না আমাদের ঘরের কি করতেই লাগবে তারপরে কারণ আমার নতুন করে আমাদের একটাই অনুরোধ ভিডিও হলো আমাদের বাড়ির চাপ দেখুক যে আমরা পাবো কি পাবো না আদার যাদের নাম আছে তাদেরও দেখুক ঘরে সব আমাদের গ্রামের সব গরিব মহিলাগুলা হচ্ছে ঘরের লিস্টে কোনো নাম নেই আর যেগুলো ছাদের ঘর আছে গাড়ি আছে জায়গা জমি আছে তাদের নামে সব লিস্টে নাম এসেছে তার জন্য ওই গরিব মানুষ সব একত্র হয়ে এই ধর্নায় বসেছে
সব ভালো ভালো বড় বড় বাড়িতে যারা বড় বড় বাড়ি তাদের নাম হয়েছে আর গরিবদের কেটে লিস্টে যেগুলো নাম আসছে সেই নামকে ওরা কেটে দিয়েছে কেটে দিয়ে বড় বড় দুতলা বাড়ি তিনতলা বাড়ি একতলা বাড়ি পাথর লাগানো বাড়ি তাদের হয়েছে
This is people of Bengal across districts, ladies and gentlemen. Saurav Sikdar, spokesperson of the West Bengal BJP is with us. Professor Manojit Mandal of the Trinamool Congress with us. Kailash Adhikari, Managing Director Governance now with us. And Siddhabrata Das, political analyst also with us this evening. Namaste, Jai Hind. Thank you everybody for joining us on this edition of The Viewpoint. Kailash Adhikari, the politics aside, a scheme like this, is ground level corruption so rampant that everywhere you see only this cut money syndrome?
Absolutely, Anand. It is very, shocking when such news comes out. Now, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana or Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana or be it the National Food Security Act, all these are laid out with an intention so that it helps the needy. It should trickle down the last mile connectivity, as we'll call it. It should reach to them. And now when states governments who do not have the political allegiance towards the center, and in this case, we all know it's very rampant in the case of West Bengal, the Trinamool Congress, and this ground level corruption, I mean, who are you helping? People who are having motorcycles, they are not supposed to be the beneficiaries under the PMAY, but they are having houses. People who have houses, plush houses elsewhere, they are having their name allotted in the list. So where are the real beneficiaries? Why are you cutting them down? So here is a stock where it is the entire aim behind this scheme, is going for a toss because of the greed or because of the inefficiencies of certain people who are entrusted with doing the job of implementation of policies. Here, there is lack of implementation on the part of the state government.
And this wouldn't have come to light had the centre not put a gun to the state's head, saying the release of 13,000 crore is subject to 14 conditions being followed. Manojit Mandal. So Mati Manus goes for a toss again. This entire aspect of cut money once again comes to the fore. This is the level of ground level corruption which is rampant in Bengal.
I can tell you with full confidence that the party and the government are absolutely zero tolerant to such corruption. And that's why the government of West Bengal, wherever there are certain issues, they have taken up the issue. But you cannot possibly say that only one party beneficiaries names are there. When you have the name of a minister's father, Nitish Pramanik's father's name is there, how can you allege one particular party? It's not that. There are certain issues, there are certain problems in the ground level, and the government is clearly trying to clean up the system. There could be some issues, but on the basis of certain cases, maybe 2%, 3%, 1% cases, you cannot really stall the progress of development. The central government has deliberately blocked the money, not just for this particular scheme. By the way, this particular scheme was supposed to be launched in 2018. Now it was launched in 2022.
See, but the point is, sir, in 2021 December, money was frozen because of irregularities. And it is not 2%, 3%. No, it is not, Manojit Mandal, it is not 2%, 2%. Sir, please, let's look at the numbers. You can take political pot shots at the BJP, I don't care. It is between the Trinamool and the BJP, please go ahead. But I am saying the job of governance is with the Trinamool Congress and its ministers in Bengal. The job of implementation is with the current system. And have a look at the numbers. It is not, 1 minute, sir. 1 minute, sir. Let's look at the number. Let's look at the number. Professor Manojit Mandal, please wait. Please wait. Let's just look at the numbers. Out of 56 lakh intended beneficiaries, 17 lakh and still counting, the lists have been removed. Now look, district wise what it is. 2018, North Dinajpur, 44% names have been deleted. In South Dinajpur, 42% names have been deleted. Now, in Jhargram, again 42%. Murshidabad, 38%. It doesn't stop there. There are more districts. 38% in Birbhum. North 24 Parganas, 34%. East Medinipur, 38%. Howrah, 32%. More. Alipurduar, 29%. Jalpaiguri, 27%. West Medinipur, 29%. Hooghly, 27%. More. Malda, 27%. Purulia, 22%. Siliguri, 26%. And East Burdwan, 22%. More. Bankura, 20%. West Burdwan, 18.5%. Nadia, 20%. South 24 Parganas, 15% names have been deleted. This is the full laundry list across districts in Bengal, ladies and gentlemen. Did you see 2%, 3% anywhere? Or did you see at least 25 to 30% everywhere? Saurav Shikdar,
Who
how is this happening?
Who are deleting these names? It
Sir,
is the
when are you
government of
deleting
West
it?
Bengal.
Please,
It
please.
is the government of
Please
West Bengal.
don't
They
no
have
sir
reviewed the
sir
situation.
कोई डंडा लेके
They
आपके
have
सर पे
reviewed
खड़ा है
the
पैसा तभी
situation.
मिलेगा जब करेक्शन
They
करोगे
have-
तब आप कर रहे हो
they
प्लीज
have reviewed the
प्रोफेसर
situation.
मनोजीत मंडल
But-
लेट
but
सौरभ
in
शिकदार
those
कम सौरभ
lists-
शिकदार द
in
एलिगेशन
those
मेड
lists,
इज
even the
दैट
BJP
सिर्फ हमारा
minister's
पार्टी का
father is
नहीं है
there.
वो पार्टी का भी है दैट्स द एलिगेशन ही इज मेकिंग
The same thing is happening in Madhya Pradesh.
नाउ लेट हिम स्पीक प्लीज
Manojit da, can I? The thing is, if
Why
you
did I get a chance to speak? You speak now.
you remember, there was a poster entered the city, Mamata Banerjee's poster, and it was written there, Shatatar Prati, symbol of honesty. So now, what happened? Now, in West Bengal, is there any one government scheme which is scam free, which doesn't have any corruption? And you know, every week, every month, agencies are coming out with new scams, new corruption. So this is just continuation.
Are
This
BJP
Pradhan
members also
Mantri-
involved in this Saurav Shikdar
Well,
1 minute Manojit ji 1 minute yes are
well,
BJP members also involved
lots no BJP members, where BJP members are involved. See, I'm coming. Manojit da, I'm coming.
Pramanik's father's name is
Nishit
there,
Pramanik,
and he is
Nishit Pramanik.
so 42%
Nishit Pramanik
42
father issue. Nishit Pramanik himself has issued serval statement. His father issued serval statement.
Your
And
Panchayat Pradhan Sushant Sheet. Panchayat Pradhan from Bankura. Sushant Sheet. His name is there.
how is his name there that's a problem with your system sir
78.
Are if his name is there, then the problem is with your system. Manojit Mandal, 44% names deleted in North Dinajpur. Are you going to go party-wise? Do you want to count the number of Trinamool Congress beneficiaries? Or one BJP beneficiary versus 100 Trinamool Congress beneficiaries, but I will talk only about that one BJP beneficiary. 42%, 44% names have been deleted in North Dinajpur. What does that reek of or smack of, sir?
If you have called my party to heckle, then defies the point. Please allow me to reply.
Reply, please.
The fact
Allow me to complete and then you reply.
You are only saying.
Now you
Why did I
complete.
get a chance to
You
speak,
complete.
sir?
Now you complete. Kya Manoj, do we really need to do this? Please reply.
No, please. The fact remains that the government has seized up the matter. There were certain issues. That's why these names are being deleted. They were supposed to get the benefits unduly. They did not. They were supposed to. That's why the government could detect the problem early and the names were deleted.
but again,
and let me
Manojit
tell you
Mandal-
this. This is happening across the country, not just in Bengal. I gave an example of Madhya Pradesh. 78% beneficiaries are fraud in Madhya Pradesh. What about that? The problem is that some people
are
are
you
lying
going
on
to resort to? Are you going to?
giving?
Okay, Saurav Shikdar respond. Saurav Shikdar respond.
If some people are giving false affidavits saying that
There are
you do not have
people
any
who.
income,
It's not
this
that you have
keeps
stopped it.
happening in this
Manojit
country.
Mandal, it's not that you have
It is
stopped
not a
it.
state-specific or a
There are
party-specific,
people
I
in
tell you.
Bengal who have already got these houses despite having their own bungalows. We've done the investigation on ground.
Yes,
we just
but
saw
that
it. So they
includes-
still
that
retain
if
these
you
houses.
say
So
that
they,
if
so
you notice-
if you notice, most of them
Saurav
are
Shikdar
Panchayat
respond.
Pradhan, Jila
Saurav Shik-
Parishad member, Panchayat Samity member of Trinamool Congress, the beneficiaries, the palace owner, the just right now you have mentioned, all of them are TMC leaders.
We will not allow them to have these houses. This is a promise from the government and from the party. This is we are absolutely zero tolerant to such corruption.
No,
And
but
that's
if
why
you are zero
all the
tolerant,
DMs,
Manojit
all the
Mandal,
district
Manojit
magistrates
Mandal,
have been
Manojit
duly
Mandal,
instructed
about
to
soon
detect the
after,
problem and
coming
come
back
to
to
the government,
power.
report to the government immediately.
Manojit Mandal, soon
But I
after.
repeat,
Manojit
Anand,
Mandal,
this is
soon
not
after.
a state-specific issue.
My
It is
point
happening
is,
in
sir,
Madhya Pradesh as well.
Sir, if it is
That's
happening in
something-
any state, it should not happen, and we
Yes,
should hold all
yes,
states to
it
accountable.
is
But
happening.
let's not get into
Unfortunately, so it is
whataboutery right now.
happening.
Right now, we are talking about Bengal, and Bengal was where, after she came to power, Mamata Banerjee very clearly told her people, no cut money, no kind of corruption should happen. Let's get rid of corruption. But after that, this has happened. After that, this has happened. The 4 lakh farji job cards in Manrega also came to surface. 4 lakh farji job cards, so as far as Manrega also have come to the fore. So that is also a development just 10 days ago. 1 minute. Let me 1 minute. Sir, this is listen, I'll tell you what, we are talking Bengal right now. There is a certain promise that was made by the Trinamool Congress to the people of Bengal. This is the people of Bengal turning around and saying, this is what you have done. You have taken me for a royal ride, even for the implementation of central schemes. Siddhabrata Das, where do you stand on this matter? Is this cleanup now being done because the center has said 14 conditions before 13,000 crore are released? Or is it a self-correction which is happening?
See, there are two things I would like to mention. First thing is that BJP comes up with these corruption allegations, and when the people are found, the first thing they do is take them into their party. Most of the corrupted people before 2021, we saw that joined BJP. So how are you cleaning up? How can you claim a higher ground when you are taking all those bad elements inside your party? Secondly, when these corruptions come out, we have seen Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana corruptions in different states, BJP ruled states. You know, there are DHFL scam where 35,000 crore was taken from 17 banks and never returned. It was a default. And 2.6 lakh fake houses were built, and that trade company gave 27 crore rupees donation to BJP. No investigation happened. So when you want a corruption-free, come clean. Be clean in your part. And of course, what is happening in West Bengal is unfortunate, and the state government must see such things must not happen. Such things must not happen. Genuine person must not be denied a house. We Indians still live in houses which are not. Every year, cyclone happen in West Bengal. A lot of people lose their houses because they are not well built. So we expect the genuine people to get the houses, and at the same time, we would like the opposition to not take those corrupted people into their party and give them tickets. So both the parties, opposition and the ruling, as a part of corruption.
Let Saurav Sikdar respond, and then I'll bring in Kailash Adhikari. Yes, Saurav Sikdar.
Can you please repeat?
Voice
was not clear.
What Siddhabrata Das is saying, that the BJP in Bengal has taken on board all those people who have been charged with corruption in the past. So what's the big deal? And that this kind of aspect, corruption within Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana or some other housing schemes is rampant in other states also. So why single out Bengal? That's his point of view. What's happening in Bengal is unfortunate. He says that it should not happen, but saying why single Bengal out?
The thing is, as per concern of corrupted people or corrupted leaders, I don't know whom he talking about. If he named clearly, I can answer specifically. I can tell BJP never allowed any type of corruption. Or can after joining BJP, nobody dared to cope up with any corruption or any this kind of thing. And rest of the states, wherever. Yes, sorry.
Siddhabrata, you are not audible. Yeah, if
6 lakh fake houses.
There is an audio interruption in your audio, Siddhabrata. Just let me sort that out. 1 minute, Saurav Sikdar, 1 minute. Yes, Siddhabrata, now speak. If you speak over Saurav Sikdar, your audio is getting muted. No, I can't hear you. 1 minute, I can't hear you.
A company, DHFL, has built 2.6 lakh fake houses, has defaulted 37 100,000 crore rupees for 17 banks, and that very person, the company is donating money to BJP. We have seen 27 crore was donated.
When?
No investigation
Which year?
going.
Which
Nothing
year?
happened.
Which year?
Anand.
Which year?
These reports.
Which year? Where is
22.
DHFL today? What is the status of DHFL today? Is there no investigation that is happening on the DHFL? Is that a company not under scrutiny?
Anand,
Kailash Adhikari. Yes, Kailash Adhikari wants to come.
I'd like to remind the gentleman who's giving the example of DHFL, both the promoters are behind bars since years now. So it is not that the law has not taken its own course. India is a nation, we are a nation where there is a rule of law and the law is perfectly followed. Few days ago, I think a couple of days ago, Anand, we just saw how an ex-high-profile banker was arrested by the topmost investigative agency of this country with her husband and also the promoter of the company which was involved. So kindly not give examples of DHFL or others. The law has followed its course and the promoters are behind bars. They are facing the music for their deeds.
No, but when you arrest a Trinamool Congress leaders who are with Trinamool Congress, then it is wrong. Then if the CBI comes to... I'm sure you'll get into whataboutery. What about the fact that when CBI came, they were gherowed by the local police and then they were ensured that they will not be allowed to question or interrogate the police officer of Bengal? What happens? What about... We can get into a huge round of whataboutery about a lot of things. No, like I said, if you want to get into whataboutery, we can get into a lot of whataboutery. I am asking you, sir, a simple question which you are unable to answer. This was a promise made that there will be no cut money, there will be no corruption, there will be no collection. That was what was promised after Mamata Banerjee came back with a whopping mandate for the third time and there was a crackdown that was claimed. I am asking you, how is it that out of 56 lakh beneficiaries, it is 17 lakh plus and counting, sir, even now, right under the very nose of an establishment which says that it has zero tolerance to corruption. You have not answered this question. Don't try and point uska kya. That's not, we're talking Bengal, so let's focus on Bengal. Let's talk about Bengal. Manojit Mandal, answer me, tell me one central scheme which has been implemented without cut money and corruption in Bengal. Sir, tell me one central scheme. Tell me, sir, one central scheme of the government where there is no corruption, there is no aji-baji and there is no farjiwada. Tell me one central scheme of the government in Bengal.
That's what I asked when I started.
I repeat, there is no aji-baji, there is no hanky-panky.
So 4 lakh farji job cards. In Manrega, there is no aji-baji. Toilets, 2,000 to 3,000 rupee cut money out of the 12,400 rupees for building toilets. There is no aji-baji there. Food security and ration cards, there is no aji-baji there. Manrega right now, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, 44%. Sir, 44%. Don't get into whataboutery. Manojit Mandal, this whataboutery won't do. Let's talk about the numbers right now. Why are 44% names in North Dinajpur deleted? Why are 42% names in Jhargram deleted? Why are 42% names in South Dinajpur deleted? How did these numbers came? Some people, 42% people lie. 42% people lie. 42% people lie under oath. So those poor ladies who are coming out and saying they were intimidated, they are lying. They are lying. They were threatened by local Trinamool Congress netas and leaders into silence. They are lying. Or what is going to be done out of those Trinamool Congress goons and netas who intimidated these people?
Some people do lie under oath.
Saurav Sikdar, and 1 minute. Saurav Sikdar, you wanted to come in. Yes, Saurav Sikdar. Yes, Saurav Sikdar. You are the responsibility, the subject matter and the state right now in contention or in question is Bengal. Let's stick to Bengal if you can. Don't get into whataboutery. That's a very convenient argument to deflect and deny. So let's stick with Bengal and answer the questions on Bengal if you can, Mr. Manojit Mandal. Now, Saurav Sikdar.
No, he was talking about one name.
Saurav Sikdar.
TMC switching to
Saurav
BJP
Sikdar.
corrupt-man.
Saurav Sikdar.
The biggest leader.
Saurav Sikdar.
Yes. Now my question is what I started. that is there any single scheme in West Bengal which is corruption free? Can Manojit Mandal name a single one which is corruption free?
Am I allowed to reply? Am I allowed to reply?
Secondly, if not so, then you should accept this.
Is my party allowed to reply to this question?
Because see, from every, I have not to count that how many schemes and how many corruptions, how many your leader are accused, how many are in jail, how many government officials in jail. So this government, they make corruption as an industry, and the head of the government who used to be proclaim herself as symbol of honesty. Why this symbol of honesty poster is gayab from the Calcutta and West Bengal?
Is it not Saurav Sikdar that it is under this government only? 1 minute. Is it not under? Yeah, 1 second.
No, he's asking a specific question.
Is it not 1 minute? Saurav Sikdar, is it not under this very government that 17 lakh names have been deleted? Is it not under this very government?
Yes, that's what.
Is it not under this very government that these names are now not part of the list?
Anand, please allow me 30 seconds to reply.
Yeah.
Please allow my party.
The answer you have to give, Manojit Mandal, is one central scheme where there is no scam in the implementation.
Yes.
No cut money taken.
This spokesperson must not be aware of the fact the central government has rewarded Bengal government for having base scheme under Manrega. Recently only, please check. The Prime Minister himself has lauded Mamata's government.
But the same Manrega has also seen 4 lakh job cards which are fake. 4 lakh job cards which are fake. Final word, I have to wind up. Kailash Adhikari. The eligibility for Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is that families without a home or have 1 to 2 rooms with a kacha house, kacha roof, households without a literate adult above 25 years of age, households without an adult male between 16 and 59 years of age, households with disabled members without able-bodied members, landless households who have only temporary employment. How difficult is it to monitor this and to ensure that this is followed? And is this corruption rampant across India as is being alleged by the Trinamool, or is it rampant only in Bengal?
Anand, the thing is, it all boils down to the implementation of the policy. As you laid out, that there are several conditions, prerequisites to be met. Now, in the case of Bengal that we are discussing on the show today, we found out highest number of irregularities. In similar way, when Manrega, there was irregularities found out when the Mayawati Sarkar was there. So it is rampant everywhere. It all depends upon the state government, how they are functioning, what is the line of command that they have given, and what is the instructions that are there. Now, people having bikes, people having able-bodied, they are having their names allotted under this. It's an utter shame, and I believe that the government of West Bengal must take heed of it, that the real beneficiaries who really need those houses, their houses should not be snatched away.
Very rightly said. I have to wind up that 34,88,456 houses have been targeted. That's the target by 2026. What's sanctioned is 34,67,798 houses. What's already been completed is 32,66,485. But this is out of a total list of 56 lakh beneficiaries. 17 lakh of them now stand deleted. So houses are ready and built. There are people who claim ownership and title of these houses who don't deserve to be those owners. Are those houses going to be taken away and given to the rightful person? How big an exercise is that? And does that also open itself to cut money and corruption further? These are questions that remain. I have to wind up. We'll take this story forward through the course of prime time here at CNN News 18. Winding up this edition of Viewpoint. Biggest exclusive follows. Stay with us.
Good evening, hello and welcome to this special broadcast. I'm Anusha Soni. Saudi Arabia Sports Ministry has decided to host an event that promotes and celebrates yoga. About 11 Arabic nations are participating in it. The event, called the Arab Youth Empowerment Program in the country's commercial capital, Jeddah, saw various sessions and lectures on yoga and its benefits. Now, after the Western world, it's the Muslim world that has increasingly not just accepted yoga, but is also promoting it as an activity beyond religious connotations. But here in India, there are many who continue to call yoga un-Islamic. Now, this practice, yoga, its benefits for humankind, it indeed transcends race and religion. There are special research projects which are going on in several Western universities around yoga. Yet, the communal agenda continues its divisive tone and tenor to negate anything and everything which is about the heritage of thousands of years. We discuss on the special edition.